Yeah, that's not really a question. Let me just say this, and you actually agree with my sentiment about the review of the rules. It is unfortunately, of course, also so that we cluster departments, and then the idea is to ask ministers and deputy ministers specifically about their areas of responsibility. But once again, I take the point. Honourable Deputy Minister, I don't know whether you want to respond. There was no real question. Honourable Deputy Minister, did you wish to respond?
No.
No, there was a question asked, unless there's a point of order for a breach of parliamentary rules. What is that point, Honourable Mote? Honourable Manye, I'll come to you.
No, thank you, House Chair. House Chair, when he attempted to answer the first time, we couldn't hear because there was a lot of noise in the House. So now that the issue has been brought to your attention that he specifically spoke about Honorable Malema's children, I think the honors are on you to ask him if he did. And if indeed he did, he must withdraw.
Yeah.
I think that's the right thing to do. We didn't hear.
Honorable.
Otherwise, we would have called order ourselves. But it's been brought now to your attention, House Chair, that he spoke about the honorable member's children. It's unparliamentary. Now, the honors are on you. Please, House Chair, ask him if indeed he did that. And if he did, he must withdraw. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Honourable Member. I've already asked that we proceed after giving a general guidance on the matter. I mean, I can understand the sentiment that we're not to hear make remarks about one another's children, whether that impacts on the integrity and casts aspersions on a specific member. I've not heard that argument being made. So in that sense, I unfortunately, in terms of the rules, I can't do. Honourable Deputy Minister, do you want to offer an explanation?
House Chair, if I may, if I have in any way offended any member of the EFF, I withdraw anything that would have offended them. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable Manye. Order.
Order.
Order, honourable members. Let's listen to the Honourable Manye.
Thank you, Chair. Two things. One, first, let's request the IT people to do something with the sound. Honourable Malema was making very valuable input, but half of what he was saying was like speaking from very far, and we know that he's got a very powerful voice, so it must be the IT here. So can the IT look into their things, number one. Number two, Honourable Chair, clearly the expectation that ministers need to rise up to here is to respond to questions. Now, if we don't have the person with the right knowledge, I think the request for 48 hours, in fact, I thought it's 24 hours, but I think the honorable member here from the EFF is being reasonable. He says 48 hours, something that would have happened today. And therefore, it's not unreasonable for the person that hasn't got the answer to tonight phone the right person and get the answer and respond within 48 hours. That's not unreasonable. Therefore, we need your commitment. Otherwise, it means the parliament is collaborating with the incompetence that we are subjected to here.
Yeah. Thank you, Honourable Manye. On the first point, yes, let's ask IT to deal with it. On the second point, as the Chief Whip of the official opposition, I would assume you are now also part of that subcommittee for the rules review. So unfortunately, I don't have inherent powers in this chair. I can only do what the rules allow me. So please work in that subcommittee so that when a situation like this arises, if you want an answer from whoever within even a shorter period than 48 hours, that we work to that. Honourable Deputy Chief Whip of the ANC.
Thank you, Honourable House Chairperson. I want to make a proposal for the sake of progress in this meeting. If the Deputy Minister is unable to respond to the question, or any minister is unable to respond to the question, the question can stand over so that the minister can respond to the question, like we did with this one, with this question that will be added to the question session. I think this will assist us to move forward.
I think that's a sensible proposal, apart from the fact that the Deputy Minister has indicated that ultimately it's not a question to be asked to the Minister of Finance. So I think what we must agree is that we will identify the correct minister and then add it to the next question session. Yes, Honourable Member.
Thank you, Honourable House Chair. Honourable House Chair, though the question will stand over, but we can't forever let questions be standing over. These are questions from our constituencies. So the minister, number one, must get a reprimand because they will think this is normal. This is right for their behavior to act like this. We have write letters and there seems no political will from the government of national unity to fix these ministers that are just law unto themselves. So the only way how we can prove to South Africans that this parliament have some level of teeth and accountability and hold ministers to account is that this minister must get a reprimand and he must apologize to the public out there.
Yeah.
Kids are dying on the roads. Kids doesn't have scholar transport. Kids doesn't have food to eat in schools.
Yeah.
For him to just come and bluntly below the belt want to bring in the president of the EFF's kids.
Yeah,
like that.
Let's not relitigate that now.
The DAEs.
Yeah, he has now apologized if he offended. Thank you,
to be reprimanded.
Honourable Member. I think the Deputy Chief Whip of the ANC has made a sensible proposal for us to take this forward. Once again, if the subcommittee wishes to give chairs the authority to reprimand ministers if they don't lean on the shoulders or go and tap into the knowledge of their counterparts, build that into the rules. I have the hand of the Honourable Montana on the floor and Honourable Ndlozi on the virtual platform. Honourable Montana, I know you had the right for the next follow-up question. My apologies, but is there a point of order?
No, Chair, I think that I wanted to deal with the question, but I wanted to, on a lighter note, the House to mandate me to speak to the Deputy Minister on the beauty of being a father. Can we take such a resolution?
No, Honourable Member, let's try and stay relevant.
No, I think it's important for the country, Chair.
Yeah. No, thank you.
You may not have a child,
Yeah.
but you are a father, and I think it's important, Chair.
Yeah. Thank you.
Am I
Honourable,
mandated, Chair? Is the House mandating me on that, Chair?
Honourable Montana, no, you're not assisting. Please take your seat. Honourable Ndlozi on the virtual platform.
Thanks, House Chair.
Order, honourable members. There was a complaint that we can't hear the people on the members on the virtual platform. Let's give them their opportunity.
Can I proceed, Chair?
Yes, Honourable Ndlozi.
No, two things are important here, House Chairperson, and I would request that you must read the question for yourself. There are serious grounds that the refusal to answer doesn't have grounds. But there's also the question office in Parliament. It couldn't have processed a question to a wrong minister. And even if you changed the rules, whatever the case might be, there's the seventh Parliament administration will have to also be questioned in could it have really posed a wrong or sent a wrong question to a wrong minister? I think we might have to have an accountability in that regard. But finally, House Chair, I agree, let the question stand over. The Minister of Finance can answer this question. It's clear. It can be answered by the Minister of Finance. The grounds that it does not belong in their ambit is incorrect. And I would say that pay attention to specifically the last sentence of that question. Thanks.
Thank you. Please just assist by now muting those on the virtual platform. Honourable Ndlozi, the difficulty I'm having, and I'm not obviously in a position to also prescribe to members how to phrase their questions. But the original question simply asked whether National Treasury promulgates. And then the minister said, no, we don't. It's not our responsibility. We've now agreed that you can work with the questions office to redraft it and then ask it to the ministry whose responsibility it is. So in that regard, I think we are now done with this matter. Honourable Mahotwe, we must continue. There's other important questions on the order paper. Is there one final input?
This one is also very important, Chair. House Chair, because the minister did not prepare the answer for this question, 1. 2, he did not read the Constitution as Dr. Maswanganye read it for him there. As a sign of apology to the people of South Africa, can we ask the minister to donate his salary, 1 month's salary?
Yeah. Honourable Mahotwe. No, you're now on the point of...
Chair, as a sign of a minister that says, I sincerely apologize.
Honourable Mahotwe.
It's not enough.
Thank you. Please now take your seat. And we're now done with this question. Let me just remind members that Rule 134(5)(b) makes it very clear that when we place questions on the order paper, they must relate to the matters for which cabinet members are officially responsible. As I've indicated, if you want to place the additional burdens on ministers, if you ask a question which is not strictly within their responsibility, let's change the rules. Honourable members, we move on.
Chairperson, I have my hand up.
Honourable Ndlozi, is there a new matter?
It's not a new matter, Chair. I'm differing with your interpretation of the question. I'm saying to you, read the last sentence of the question. It says, if so, what? If not, what is the position in this case? If so, what is the standard of rate or amount in each case? So if it's not National Treasury that promulgates, what is National Treasury's case? What is National Treasury's view? Because this money...
I understand your...
Yeah, so, no, let me finish. Just your patience. You could have differed, number one, with the fact that the question is posed to a wrong minister. It is not. Because the question asks for National Treasury's view of those rates. If it's not them that promulgates them, what is their view of those rates? A responsible treasury knows that in the end, it's responsible ultimately for the entire division of revenue. I'm saying that it's not possible for Parliament's question session to have sent a question to a wrong minister. But the last sentence, 2 sentences tell you, if you're not the one that promulgates, can you tell us, what do you make of those rates as National Treasury? Are they enough? Are they properly handled? Give a view of people who are busy with state forfars. Okay. That's simple. He's wrong not to have answered. He's wrong to have dismissed it. He's wrong to have said it does not belong in his ambit.
Thank you, Honourable.
It can't be an answer.
Thank you, and we get the sentiment. We've already agreed that this question will stand over, that it will be, if necessary, redrafted and directed to the correct minister. Honourable members, I think we must now move on. There's other questions we want to be dealt with. Honourable Manye is at a new point.
Chairperson, I think the whole objective here is to serve the people of South Africa. As we do, and we try as much as we can to respect the rules. There's too much noise here. We try to respect the rules. Now, if, for instance, the point that Honourable Ndlozi is raising here is a very, very important point, that the response that we are processing is a response based on a wrong understanding of the issue. Now that the issue has been properly framed, that actually in the first instance, this is a financial question in the first instance, and it's actually quite absurd that National Treasury has got no response on a financial question to promulgate rates is a financial issue. That's the one thing. But the other thing that Honorable Ndlozi is raising is that not only is it a financial issue to promulgate rates, the question here is whoever would have promulgated the rates, what is the view of National Treasury if they say that is not that? But therefore, the issue of standing over of the question was based on the wrong premise. This is the issue. So we're asking that now that we've got the right premise, can the minister
Honourable
be given
Manye.
another opportunity to give a crack at this question? Thank you.
Honourable Manye, no, we've already agreed that we will move on. Honourable Skosana, is that on a new point?
No, Chair, I was saying you have made a ruling on this matter.
Yeah.
So can we please move?
Thank you.
Members who are not satisfied, they've got the right to escalate the matter to the Rules Committee, please.
Thank you. Honourable members, question number 235 has been asked by the Honourable Khadebe to the Minister of Agriculture. The question is about plans to encourage and upskill women in the agricultural sector so as to ensure equal participation in the sector. The Honourable the Minister.
Thank you, House Chair. I'd like to thank the Honourable Hadebe.
Point of order, Chair.
What is the point of order, Honourable Manye?
Now that the question is going to, no, let me leave it because what I wanted to do, Chair.
Yeah, thank
that
you.
when we submit the question.
If you leave it, you'll assist.
No, Chair. Now, what I wanted to do is that perhaps what should happen, because the issue here is to make sure that we get the answers, that the people that have been billed to ask supplementary questions are allowed to do so, so that when the response comes, it must address
No,
everything.
supplementaries must follow the answer. Thank you.